Hello, everyone. What's going on? My name is Timpedia. I'm back in the TNT podcast, episode 117.
Damn, at least try to be excited about it.
No.
Yeah, right?
No.
Shit.
No. This is a sad pot. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. We actually have a pretty short cast today because not a lot of news and not a lot of built-up stuff we've done because everyone's been busy lately. But we got a little bit of news today. But before we get to what's actually going on in the world, we should introduce who's here. So, am I right?
It is Friedman, also known as Andrew, but mostly known as Friedman.
That was like
very excited to be here.
Oh, good lord.
That was really blowing up the bars, Freeman.
Yeah.
Sorry, I realized it's kind of loud. I should have stepped away from the mic.
Freeman, as the audio expert, you should know that when you lean into the mic like that and you blow it out.
I will blow up everyone's sound levels as much as I want.
Mega Mean, no.
Speaking of Mega Mean, no, on my left.
It's just Tyler.
And across.
A Dune. The AIDS.
Wow.
Man. And I still don't know who this Andrew person is. Friedman
Yeah,
keeps
I don't know him either.
saying Andrew. I've never met Andrew.
Speaking of never met him before. New consoles came out and are coming out.
New consoles, what are those?
Fucking incredible.
You've never met him
transition.
before.
Jesus.
I've never met these consoles in the wild. So the Xbox new stuff came out today. You can't get it anywhere. And the PlayStation comes out in, what, 2 days? And you can't get it anywhere.
Yes.
Full disclosure, I was not paying attention. I forgot they all came out this week.
Yeah. Not that it matters, because like I said, unless you pre-ordered a million years ago, good luck getting one ever. As Aiden found out apparently recently, trying to get a PS5.
Yeah, I mean, if you got like $1,200, you can get it from all the scalpers,
Scott, just to flex on all your friends.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not like you can play anything on a PS5 right now.
Yeah, so
But,
as we were discussing before the podcast, we have Demon Souls Remake and then Crickets for both consoles.
Hey, they each have their entire catalog of current gen games, so
True.
it's not like it can't play anything.
Up-res to 4K with some with ray tracing.
The future is tomorrow.
Like, honestly, who really gives a fuck? I don't understand.
Tyler,
like,
I don't know.
There's no good lineup.
Fuck you, Demon Souls is great.
No,
That's literally it, and it's a game that, as you said, it's a game that came out like almost 20 fucking years ago.
stop. That's too long ago. That doesn't exist.
Yes,
20,
and I mean
sorry,
it was
that is
10
too
years
long
ago,
ago.
but fucking whatever. So
Yeah, exactly.
Technically 11
My
years
point,
ago.
though, even though you're like, nah, I'm not playing that old ass game. Wait until the new one come out.
Yeah, but have you looked at it? Have you looked at a comparison between old Demon Souls
Bro, I'm
and
trying
the
to look
remake?
for new games, not a fucking old one redone again.
Demon Souls is new for me. I haven't played it, so fuck you.
Yeah, new for you. Literally new to only 1%
All right, so
of the From Software people.
Tyler, apparently everyone agrees
What?
with you while also pre-ordering these consoles to the point where you can't get them anywhere. So
I know, because it's the same bullshit like iPhone, like, exclusivity. Like, oh, I want this because, like, I want it, like, and no one else has it.
But I
yes, but we get
want
new iPhones every year. We only get new consoles every 5 to 7 years.
I don't know. I just don't understand the fucking hype anymore, I guess.
Tyler, you
Like,
know
I
why?
remember back, like, we don't have new consoles that have, like, banger startup lines like the GameCube. Holy shit.
Tyler, you know what?
Like, what?
Hold on, Smash Bros came out like a month after launch, so it's not the greatest.
Okay, there's nothing in this
These-
launch window. Like, there's the Miles Morales game.
Still had freaking Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin 1, NBA 2K.
Ugh.
All right, hold on. So I'm going to throw out an
Tyler.
actual reason that I would go buy a PlayStation 5. For clarification, I'm not buying a PlayStation 5 until a new game I really want comes out. But I'll throw a very real example of something here. So Cyberpunk's coming out, supposedly. Am I going to buy it for PS4 when I know I'm getting a PS5 in the next year? Or am I going to just get a PS5 because I know there are games I'm going to want real soon?
Or
that's the
answer D,
only-
buy it for PC.
That's the only rationale I have for even thinking about buying a PS5 right now, because none of these games are must-play games for me.
What about that bug game Aiden was saying sounds fantastic and exciting?
Bug
No,
Snacks.
what? No. Whoa. I didn't say that. I just said it looked interesting.
And then you looked up reviews.
and it's apparently awful. So whatever.
Stay free.
But people were caught off guard when Bug Fables was decent. So now they're looking in to see what the next big bug game is.
Next big bug.
I mean, hey, sometimes magic happens where you least expect it.
Lightning can strike twice, but not here. Not this time.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Who gives a fuck? I'm not buying one probably till next year, or maybe even the year after.
Yo, next year is
Like I
real
said-
close, Tyler.
Hold on, when's Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out?
Oh my god, 20 years.
Fucking
Okay.
2032, probably.
Also, like high key, I'm trying to wait for like God of War to come out and then snap by that collector's edition.
Here
yeah,
we
so-
go. All right.
so-
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
I see.
lie.
As we
see.
all know from the last 2 generations, why buy a starter console when there's going to be some cool looking console, but as normal humans, we can't buy multiples of the same thing. So
Yup.
So
gotta
that's the
wait for the
play.
good one.
But here's the
That
thing
is
with PS5 is the panels are swappable, so I don't know
Freeman, that
what the
doesn't
deal
matter.
with
It's
special
gonna have
editions is going to be.
Freeman.
It
It's
doesn't.
gonna have
That didn't
some,
stop the 360. The
Yeah, well-
360 had swappable faceplates.
oh god, that was so sick.
Yo,
but
I
no.
loved it. I had a Halo 2 one.
Yeah, I had a Halo 3 one. But
Yeah, well, I had a Halo 4 one.
no, you didn't.
Fucking liar.
Freeman, we'll get to that news. But what was I trying to say? Fuck. Oh no, it's
I don't
gonna be
know.
some like background or like one of the themes for your console that's exclusive to that console. You know that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be inside. It's not going to be the actual case. Well, it will be the case, but also it's going to be like, and a download code for the exclusive God of War theme for your console, where all your menus have Kratos' big face on it, and it's like
And it says boy
Everybody's
when you press
favorite
X.
exclusive digital goods.
yeah, your X, but it doesn't say press next to the X icons on all your games. It says boy X.
Boy.
Okay, what are the odds that comes back in the next game? I feel like it has to, right?
I feel like he's gonna be grown
Right.
up a little bit, right?
Yeah, but
They'll
he's still
definitely have
gonna
a
call him
passive
boy.
reference to it where he calls him that, but I
He
don't know if
has
it'll be as
But there has to be
prominent.
like I'm saying, like, what are the odds that the voice actor for Kratos records at least one new boy for the new game? It
Yo,
seems-
they're probably gonna stack the boys in there like they did this time. Like, let's be real. That was like one of the best memes that ever came out of God of War.
True. They can't let the meme die.
somehow we got to this from, but yeah, so time to wait, especially with how the supply issues and everything, and no games. Like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, hurry up
Yeah,
and wait.
now's a reasonable time to be part of the PC Master Race.
Yes. So actually, speaking of which,
mean,
we didn't have this
It's
on the
always
list.
a reasonable time.
Apparently, Nvidia announced 3090 Ti's will be $999 coming in January. And
yeah,
that- everybody's
as you said-
response,
Up with demand.
everybody's response was great. The scalpers will buy all 10 of them and then sell them for $2,000.
God, right when you said 999, all I could hear is the Sony CEO saying $599 US.
Yep.
All I'm getting is flashbacks to that. That's an insane amount of money to spend on just your graphics card.
Oh wait, the 3090 Ti is going to be $999.
It was either that or the 3080 Ti. Now I gotta look.
Because the
There's no way.
3090 is $1,500. So
Aiden, I don't know. Okay, it was the
that's
3080
like, I mean,
Ti.
I don't know. That might be
30
crazy.
3080 Ti, 999 January.
Okay, this is out of hand. They already said the 3090 is not like your gamer graphics card, it's beyond. And when you described the 3090 Ti, I'm like, all right, this is not a card anyone should consider.
No, sorry.
But the 3080 Ti
Sorry.
is a card people are going to be considering for like top end gaming builds. So that's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yep. It's so worth it though, man.
No, but like we just said, there's going to be 10 of them, just like with this one, with all the ones that just came out. And
Holy
then
shit, 20 gigabytes of VRAM.
Yeah, still not as
That's-
good as my 24
is
bit.
that more that's in my current computer? Oh my god.
You're more VRAM than real RAM.
Jesus.
Hey, my build, we talked about this, how
what the
next
fuck?
year is for both of us, Friedman, a rebuild year, okay?
Yeah.
I'm finally going to have money for my new job. Like, I can afford to finally build a new boy.
New boy.
Boy.
But yeah, so anyway, new consoles are coming out, and if you wanted one, too late. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, well, the people that really wanted them probably have their pre-orders in. Except for you Xbox folks, you might not get those until December. Huh.
Yeah, according to Amazon.
Rubbing salt in the wound there.
Other things for a few of us here that won't come out for forever, probably because of supply issues. Commander Legends spoilers for Magic finished. No, this is real quick, Tyler.
This is real cool. We're not talking about individual cards. We're talking
no,
about just
we're
like
not
the
talking about
release
cards.
of the product as a whole.
So Commander Legends is coming out. What is it? 2 weeks, Freeman?
Just supposedly? I honestly don't know anymore.
So here's the thing. Same as everything else. I'm sure it's going to get delayed. Jumpstart is basically a dead product, which is a actual shame because the cards in that set are fucking great. Similarly, Commander Legends cards are either a few of them are way too good, a lot of them are kind of trash because draft, and they're in the sweet gooey center. There's a lot of good Magic cards for Commander that are coming out. And Monarch has been pushed so hard, and I love it so much because Monarch is like the best mechanic ever put in the game. It's fucking great. I don't know, Freeman, what do you think? The set's good. That's my take.
It's a good set. I'm concerned about the future of Commander based on it, but I'm not upset enough that I think there's anything wrong right now. It's more of just if this continues like this, we could be in trouble, but we're A-okay right now.
Let's hope that the year of Commander is the last year of Commander for a long time, because it'd be nice to have a year where we don't have Commander rotating as much as fucking Standard does.
Yeah.
Similarly to how everyone was like, Modern sucks now because you rotate every few months when the busted new cards come out. Same thing with Commander. Hey, look, these new Commanders are even better than the last ones.
All right, hold on, Tyler. And just to paint a picture for you really quickly. So in Standard, the last year, blue-green as a combination of colors has been fucking overpowered. And it's just seen banned left and right. So we're playing Commander at Tim's like 3 weeks ago, and Luigi's playing his blue-green deck. And I'm getting PTSD because all the Standard All-Stars are showing up again. And it's just
not his blue-green deck, mine, because he forgot his cards.
No, wasn't it when he was playing his Tatiova? He had...
Was it? We played Rashmi at the Halloween thing.
No, because I definitely remember him doing all the shit while sitting
you're
right next to him.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
Point is, Standard's been broken for a year, and that was impacting Commander, and it's just like we need Wizards to just knock it off.
No, Wizard,
please stop.
It's hitting close to home. When Luigi's playing all Standard cards, you know it's bad.
Look, it's one of those things, honestly, and this is so old man yelling at clouds. It honestly felt better when Commander was like thought about. Because before this year, because this was supposed to be before COVID, the year of Commander, quote unquote, where they pushed all this shit for Commander, and it shows. Like we said, there's a lot of stuff over the course this year that's like a lot more emphasis on Commander. Like we have a draftable Commander set. Jumpstart was literally just here's a thing,
Commander
and then
reprints.
Commander, yeah. But man, like it was kind of nice when it was like, oh, they realized that this would be really good for Commander, so here's this slight twist on this card that makes it really good in Commander. Or this card is not great, but in some decks it's really good. And it feels like with Wizards focusing on Commander, they're like, how can we help everyone? And the answer is to make cards that are so good that everyone has to play them.
Yeah, and it ends up becoming an issue of homogenizing the format, which
is
no one
exactly
really
the opposite of Commander. So it's not an emergency yet, but it is worrying to think that as Wizards has shown, like with Secret Layers and Standard over the last year, that they're pushing power level more and more and more all the time, that it definitely seems like it's bleeding into Commander. Which is good for Luigi and bad for me and Freeman. Because Luigi is our spike boy, and me and Freeman are not that. But anyway, that's enough Magic talk. Let's talk about another company that makes smart decisions all the time.
Oh man, so Sega's making a smart decision and then a questionably smart decision. I forgot to put this one on here. But the first one is that Sega had another press release indicating that they're pushing forward with releasing more ports of Atlas games that just haven't been released in a while. And the significance of this press release is this is the third time they've given an identical press release. And everyone's starting to get concerned, like, why is Sega announcing it again? And the speculation is that the heads of Atlas are just, like, not happy. Like, we didn't want to do the Persona 4 port. You made us. Like, we don't want to put resources into re-releasing our games. Like, stop it. And like that's probably what's happening. And Sega's like, nah, you have the games, just re-release them.
It's incredible that a company would be like that after making so much money off that. Like, we talked about how much money they must have made off that P4 re-release on PC.
We don't wanna.
But like that's the thing. Stuff like they got hyped because they were re-releasing Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne for Switch. Like that remaster was years going, and like they're like, well, we can't do big re-release like this if we just release the whole catalog and just make it available forever. And it's a very like Japanese versus global mindset of how you want to treat game availability. And so this is Sega being like, hey, we're going to keep announcing it. So like, you got to do it. No one's going to forget this. And it's really interesting to see this happen. Atlas is just being super annoying about this.
I just imagine a meeting where Atlas is like, Sega, stop saying this. And Sega's like, what? We're just announcing something that already happened. They're like, yeah, you're trying to tell the public to badger us. And it's like, what do you mean? We're just announcing things that have been announced.
It's to remind you that they want to give you money and you're being assholes about it.
I would just go up to the house and be like, yo, do you guys just hate money? Do you hate
Tyler,
getting brand new cars?
They hate money that isn't Japanese.
For real.
That's it.
The fact that they still haven't announced Persona 5 Scramble for the US is pissing me off. I just want to play this stupid mindless action game.
Well, that's fine. They can hate Gaijin money all they want. That's fine. I'll keep it.
God.
I don't give a fuck. They don't need my filthy Gaijin money. It's whatever.
Oh yeah. And the last big announcement Sega had was for anyone who's not in the know about the arcade ecosystem in Japan, which is huge. Sega Sammy owns a ton of them, including probably one of the biggest ones in Akihabara. But they announced that thanks to this last year of COVID, I think it was around like $20 million in loss. And they're just like selling off their arcades division, which is huge. This is like a huge blow to like arcade culture in Japan. That said, it's not necessarily that they're closing; it's that they're putting all of them up for sale. So if another company wants to figure out how to manage arcades during the COVID era, good fucking luck. But let's be real here: arcades aren't doing too hot there.
Or DED dead.
Maybe what you have to do is mandate masks and gloves everywhere.
The problem has to do with the reduced capacity and just people unwilling to go.
No, I'm not saying that solves it, but it's like more because it's so much more of a touch thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people aren't gonna wanna.
No.
I mean, most people aren't even gonna want to go right now. So, and it's probably even after the whole COVID thing, whenever that
it's one of those businesses that just got smashed.
It's just gonna take forever to people change their mindset back to what it was, if even at all.
Yeah, for real.
Was it also didn't speaking of Sega again, didn't the new Yakuza come out, Tim?
Yeah, today 7. Woohoo!
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to talk about it because I don't know when I'm going to finally get time to play it, but
why not now?
Yakuza.
Why not
Wait,
buy it right
everywhere
now?
or just Japan?
Tyler, I don't actually. Hold on, let me check something.
It is out. It is out.
It's out. It's out right now.
For everything except PS5, where it comes out next March.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
that's kind of shocking. Though, for a
we have
Japanese series
computers,
to come to
bro.
PlayStation way later.
I think the idea is if you really want to play it on PS5, you can play the PS4 version.
Where the fuck?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm actually
we
looking
can
this
move
up.
on.
Keep going.
What?
I'm trying to find something out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I can't say shit about this because I don't do League of Legends.
Yeah, this one's all Tim.
Well, I mean, this is because Luigi was bringing it up. So, hey.
So they got bad cartoon girls with fat titties.
They're not bad cartoon girls.
They are not.
Tyler.
They are fine cartoon girls.
You can say plenty about it, but the
no, I'm not saying
video
bad.
quality.
I'm saying bad.
Oh my god! Stop! Never say it like that ever again.
Okay.
Full stop.
Please stop.
Listen, I'm not the expert for no reason. Okay.
So look,
Highly cool. Waifu Wednesday's tomorrow.
So League of Legends World Championship.
You more like Titty Tuesday.
Oh my god! World Championship happened 2 weekends ago. Korea won. First time in 3 years, took the crown back from China. And along with that, the much anticipated release of the second batch of music from the fake pop group KDA for League. They put out that song, 3 years ago now, for Worlds. That is still their most viewed video on the League channel. I think it has over 300 million views. And so they put out a video and song that was released just before Worlds, along with 4 accompanying songs, the first of which came out before the main song, and the other 3 of which just came out last Friday, I think. So it's a full EP of 5 songs. I like them. I've been listening to them a lot. Luigi is in love with the main song. I haven't talked to him since the other ones came out, but he was even talking about how he kept playing. It's called More, the song over and over and over again. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of the only new music things I've been listening to. So
Real shit. It's like what I said. Like, objectively, I feel like it's a good song, and that's about it. I really feel like it's one of those songs where, like, okay, just like any other pop star, right? It's like you could tell that they literally sat and they're like, "Yo, what's the algorithm of beats that we can
Tyler,
put together?"
Like, what's the pattern we're going with?
Tell I don't
Yeah.
disagree with you, but at the same time, their first song was literally called Pop Stars. The one from 3 years ago was called Pop Stars.
Of course.
I also say, Tyler, if you didn't like More that much, it's kind of cool. The other 4 songs kind of take one of the main 4 members and are like their own songs. So they actually sound noticeably different from like the main song.
I'll say, I guess it's not a bad song. I think the song's fine as far as pop songs go.
Yeah, like I said, I don't get exposed to much new music, so there you go. This was my one chance.
I ain't gonna lie. Listened to 30 seconds of this song, and all I could think of was fucking WAP.
Damn.
It's got the same shit
Oh,
going
boy.
on though. Like, it's got the same 808s, like 100%, except it's just more Korean.
Yes.
Nah,
Yeah.
I've given up on K-pop. I've already heard the Bohemian Rhapsody of K-pop, known as "I've Got a Boy" by Girls' Generation. So I'm good. No more for me.
No more. No more.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, speaking of no more, no one wanted more of Mass Effect after Andromeda. Although apparently, actually, I didn't put this on here. Apparently, a new Mass Effect game is in the works. Not this.
Oh yeah, they announced it at the same time as this
Yeah, which is
Master Trilogy.
who knows how that'll go. But the Legendary Collection is finally official. All 3 for the original trilogy of Mass Effect games, all the DLC, all everything, all re-released in 4K.
Let's be real, Tim. Do we really give a fuck about this?
I will buy this.
I
Really?
care.
Yeah.
I
Really?
didn't play much of the Mass Effect games.
So here's the
So-
thing,
Because I
Tyler.
didn't have an Xbox.
I've actually
What?
done, so as someone who's done, like, I did the full series for YouTube. I've played all the games between YouTube and personal play. I played the entire series twice. I played 2 a couple times. I played 1 a bunch of times too. I can't tell you how frustrating these days it is to get all of these games running with all the DLC in the same place. I had to rebuy.
Or do you not have like something to play them on?
I do, but here's the thing: if like the Cerberus network, that original thing for Mass Effect 2, is offline,
Yeah.
so like half
That's
that
what I was
DLC
gonna
is
ask.
gone. Like
So
so much
what's
as
the-
DLC is just lost to time, and just
So here's
or
the
it's
other
hard to
thing.
get.
How are they going to fix that?
I have to imagine.
How
it's
are they
all in
gonna
the
fix
collection.
that? And how are they gonna fix the thing in Mass Effect 3? Because the only way to get 100% loyalty is to do the fucking online thing that obviously you can't do anymore.
What do you mean the online thing?
The online horde mode, the co-op horde
I literally
mode.
never did that.
Oh, well, so you know how like in the third game, like they have like you have to get to like a certain percentage before like you can attack the Reapers and shit.
Yeah, you can get
Spoilers.
well over 100%.
No, you can't. You can't. You literally can't do it because there's a bar. You max out on it, and then there's a section where it's like you have to play the co-op.
I never played the horde mode, and I got the best ending
Swear
possible,
to-
so it doesn't
You
matter.
you don't need it. You don't.
Oh yeah,
because
you did it for achievement hunting.
No, I just wanted to get 100 to like get 100. I like I don't know. When I got to like fucking 70,000 gamer score, I stopped caring. But like, you can't do it, so I don't know. Like,
maybe
they
they'll bring
didn't
the
say
multiplayer
anything about
back.
that. I feel like that's
Even if they
just-
don't, but like, I'm sure someone has thought about how you would do that. Either way, I'm just saying, I see a future where I want to play Mass Effect again. And buying this collection on PC, knowing that I don't like, I had to rebuy Mass Effect 2 for the Xbox because I still had my codes tied to my original 360 for some of that DLC, but I lost one of the discs. So I had to rebuy it for the Xbox 360 to freaking play that game.
Damn.
Like,
Now here's the other thing.
Tyler, you forget how old the Mass Effect series is.
No, well, that's why I brought up the multiplayer thing.
I would
At this,
if this is like $40, I would probably just
it's not
buy
gonna be
this.
$40. I can guarantee you. It's
Okay, then I'll wait till
170.
it's 40.
It's gonna be $70 for
It
sure.
does. They're gonna charge. They're gonna charge
Then
you
I'll wait.
70.
Then I'll wait. I'll wait till it's 40. I'm not in a rush to play it. I'm just saying for my own future purposes, I would. This collection is a godsend for finally playing all these games in one convenient place, assuming EA doesn't totally fuck this up.
Biggest option.
Which I have
already-
to throw out there, but
I already bought the collection, so like I have it. Like I can play it on my 360. It's like I don't really give a shit.
was that
As
on
far
PC?
No, it's not on PC.
Well, there you go.
I really don't care. Like Matt, honestly, and out of all of them, I would only ever revisit 2. 2 is definitively the best one in my opinion.
You're not wrong.
It's the only one I played.
It's honestly like 3 was fine despite everybody hating it. I
think,
thought 3
yeah.
was just fine.
I've always
But-
said 3 was hated too much.
Like 2 is the space heist movie I always wanted.
Yeah. And
Hands down.
one's only issue is
It's just
it's
slow.
padded and slow.
Yeah, it's and like it's also clunky. Like which 2 fixed all of that.
Yeah, 2 is literally like the cleanest Mass Effect game there is, because then 3 went too far in the action direction. It's like the pendulum swung between 1
Yeah.
and 3, and where that dead center was gold in 2.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that they're gonna do that because Andromeda was a flop and like there were so many mixed reviews about 3.
Nah, I think people still love the hell out of this series and I think this will sell like crazy.
I don't know. I think
Probably will, 'cause
BioWare's been going
motherfuckers forget.
downhill though.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Like,
matter.
Andromeda was super disappointing for a lot of people.
Yeah, but
Nah,
how
if
many
they
of those
want to
people
get
are like,
everybody, if
Go.
they want to get everybody jerking off again, they just need to come out with another KOTOR game. That's literally all they have to do.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm just saying.
don't do it.
I don't think. Well, no, they could because you know,
They
Not
could.
gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Of course
but
not. I don't know why. It's literally a license
It-
for them to
it
print
wouldn't-
money.
but
EA has released 3 Star Wars games, 4 Star Wars games, with the
All of it-
license
It's
Actually
over the,
incredible
like,
how
10
few
years.
games have come out. Like it's
And that's yeah, that's
even
the thing.
now
Like
with Squadrons. Like we know what do we know? Fallen Order 2. Do we
Yeah,
know
Fallen
anything
Order 6,
else?
I haven't even heard about
Oh
that.
yeah, they confirmed that a while
Um,
ago.
I think that's
Dope.
it.
Yeah, they definitely.
listen, if BioWare wants to get back in everybody's good graces, that's all they got to do. Because everybody's still burned about Andromeda.
Here's the thing, though. It's got to not suck.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
well,
the
that's
thing.
the thing.
That's
I
the
wouldn't
problem.
want
High risk,
BioWare.
high reward.
Tyler, you know what I'd want? Fucking Microsoft bought Obsidian. Let them do a KOTOR 3.
Mm,
Like,
Mm.
Mm.
just like, don't give it to BioWare. KOTOR. Okay, look, we've talked about this. I've talked about this for literally a decade on here now. But
Yes.
like,
Longtime listeners know.
KOTOR 1, fantastic story. Gameplay isn't like the story is iconic, but it's also. Would you ever want a story like that again in a Star Wars game? Probably not. Like it's one of those, like, cool. The twist is good, and like the characters are fantastic. KOTOR 2. So many more. Like KOTOR 2 is it's funny. KOTOR 1 used to be my favorite in the series, and 2 has become a lot more because you can replay 2 a lot more and dig into the thought and like actual I hesitate to say philosophy because that sounds very high and mighty, but like the actual ideas of 2 are much more interesting than KOTOR 1. Like honestly,
Okay.
KOTOR
2
1
is also done by Obsidian and not
That's what I'm.
BioWare.
That's why I said it. KOTOR 1
Yes.
is like how the original trilogy of Star Wars is fantastic. It's great. The new trilogy tried to do all of that again, and it feels hollow and cheap because it's just the same boring thing. And I feel like if you give it to a BioWare, they're just going to look at KOTOR 1 and be like, "Oh, of course, KOTOR 1." And it's just going to be the same Star Wars story again, and we don't need that in an RPG like that. I want something like KOTOR 2 that makes me actually think about things and makes me want to replay things, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
this clear-cut good guy, bad guy that ended up from KOTOR 1 going into the Mass Effect series. Like the kill baby or save baby jokes from Mass Effect series, they started at KOTOR 1. And KOTOR 1 was better about it, but that's where BioWare went. And obviously BioWare's even way worse now. Whereas
Pick
KOTOR
your
2,
explosion color.
KOTOR 2, even if you disagree with Kreia at times, Kreia is still like, hey man, look, you gave money to this beggar, and that beggar ran off and showed it to his friends, and they beat the shit out of him, and they stole his money, and then now he's hurt and doesn't have the money. Like, your actions have consequences. And it's a little ham-fisted, but it was still way more interesting than anything that KOTOR 1 threw at you.
True.
All right. I feel you.
I like KOTOR 2 a lot.
It's unfortunate
As
that
always, I pop off about
Microsoft
KOTOR.
has Obsidian and EA doesn't.
Why is that
Yeah.
unfortunate? I'm saying Microsoft could bully EA into letting Obsidian do something.
Okay. What I'm saying is that'll never happen.
No, you know what? Because Disney would probably have an issue with that.
Disney. That's what I'm saying. Disney would have a
Who
problem.
the fuck cares what they want? Because Disney
No, we don't.
No.
We don't care, but
Disney-
they care.
Disney and EA put together have managed to release 4 Star Wars games. I still haven't played Squadrons, and I won't for a little while. Battlefront 1 was bad. Battlefront 2 was not much better. And Fallen Order was good purely because Respawn is great, not because of anything of those two. There's no other fucking games. EA's had this deal for like 5 years.
I think it's been way longer than that.
Hey man, game development is hard for one of the biggest
No, it
publishers
can't be
in the
much
world.
longer than that. Because I remember, 2013 is when the EU died, and that was when Disney got the license, but they hadn't announced EA was going to get exclusive gaming rights.
2013 was the year that they came out and gave EA the exclusive rights
Jeez,
to the Star Wars
happened
games.
Sooner than I remembered then. So, okay,
Yeah.
Aiden,
So
7
we're
years.
getting on there.
7 years. 4 games. How do you do this? Like, remember the image I
Well,
shared
the
a
answer
while ago?
slowly.
Remember the image I shared a while ago that was like, here's the 3 games EA's put out in 5 years, and here's the games that came out in the 5 years before LucasArts was bought up by Disney? And it's like,
Oh
these
yeah, and it looks
classic
like
Star Wars games.
it's the same release pattern as fucking Grand Theft Auto,
Like,
or from Rockstar.
no joke, I've wanted for years to cover new Star Wars games on YouTube. What are my options? Like, I don't have any.
Well, you got one, and that was Fallen Order.
And it was great. Not amazing, but it was great.
Yeah, hey man, if they tighten up that parry window a little bit so it doesn't feel so janky, that game's gonna be fucking great. All right.
You know what game's
Do
never
they
going to
know
be great?
people?
Oh yeah, no, so if you Google Fallen Order 2, there's a bunch of things about like everything we know and when the release
Gotcha,
date's
but not like a
coming.
concrete thing.
Yeah, nothing. There's no
Yeah.
release date, but it is definitely.
We know it's out there
Yeah,
now.
it is. It has been known for a little while that like it was coming.
Yeah, which it should, because I mean, like, Respawn fucking did work on that game,
Yeah, 100%.
and like they honestly redeemed what little fucking light I had in my eye for Star Wars products.
Seriously.
But moving on to
Yeah,
even
so-
more shit
Yeah,
games.
you want to go with more depressing things that are happening in the nearer
Depressing.
future. So we've been playing Halo for months now, as we started at Reach 1, 2, 3, ODST. And then the other day, Microsoft announces Halo 4
That we're gonna finish the fight.
coming to PC to finish the PC fight on November 17th, next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Crowd goes mild.
We're gonna finish the
It's
fight.
time to finish the fight again. The refinishing.
Time to start the fight that who knows when it'll end because Infinite got delayed too.
Hey.
Kind of. So here's the funny thing. Part of me is almost excited to play this, not because I want to play it, but I'm almost excited to, for one thing, experience this train wreck in co-op because I never got to play 4 outside of my one playthrough. So I've never played on Legendary and I've never played co-op, so I'm excited for that. But also, I want to see how much I remember of this story and see what your guys' reactions are as we go through, especially like Freeman, because obviously you don't know the story nearly as well and you didn't play 1 or 2.
I have some weird lore understandings here.
But you still played 3, you saw the ending of the story, and now you get to be there when we get back into the story. And Aiden, didn't you never...
I've never played 4.
This is Aiden knows the lore.
I
so
am
this is gonna be even
aware.
better.
I am aware of the existence of 4. I know there is. I know that the Forerunners are a thing again, and that's all I got.
Oh,
Low
baby.
key, I was hoping we were never gonna play this game.
Damn.
Like,
you really don't like 4.
low-key,
Yeah,
dude,
you know.
Freeman,
it's fucking
Look,
garbage.
all we can say...
Like
343
mechanically, is it a bad game or
down.
if you don't like the campaign?
Both.
Both, like, it's
So actually, some people still... I
So
will
many.
say, on Reddit, there's a number of people who were like, yo, but the multiplayer for this game was fantastic. And I'm like...
false. Disagree. Hard disagree.
Okay, that's... Okay. I never played it because I didn't care at that point, but...
hard disagree. They
Hold on,
tried so hard
what
to
about
make
it
it
is so
called.
bad? I'm genuinely curious.
They changed everything
It's
about
such a
the
different game.
guns. You know why? Because the problem is the Call of Duty made such a fucking
Call on
huge splash
Duty.
that they changed literally everything about it. Like,
So
especially
different.
like after Bungie left and 343, because this is the first game that 343 took over when Bungie left.
Yeah, Freeman, remember how Reach felt different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is much different. Like, so here's the thing: Reach still felt like the guns and everything
Yes.
still felt like Halo. Obviously removing the bloom from everything. Like, outside that, it was still like Halo, right?
Mhm.
4, everything feels different from the sounds to the way the guns feel, the way you move. You automatically have a sprint. Like, they changed the whole thing to make it feel like it was a Call of Duty Halo baby. And it completely, in my opinion, people can say I'm wrong or whatever, but to me, it feels like they ripped the spirit out of the game. Like, Destiny was a better Halo successor than Halo 4.
Gotcha.
And like that's as short as I can put it. I would rather explain it in detail while we're playing.
Yeah,
But,
you'll see it for yourself too.
Yeah, when you play it, you can immediately tell the difference. And in multiplayer, the multiplayer maps were shit. Like, they were not memorable. The way they flowed, just it doesn't have the same kind of design philosophy as the other games, and they're not as memorable either. Like, at forever 2v2 lockout, fucking BRs only, like that's always iconic. Like, you're not gonna have anything like that in Halo 4. That's all I'm gonna say about that for now. Like I said, I can go on for days about
And we'll get there next
that.
week.
Yeah.
This, I'm sure, will all come up whilst playing the game.
Oh.
I'll be
I want
filming the shit.
to hear live reviews of this game as we're going through the levels.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie. Future viewers, you're gonna hear me fucking go off.
The roast of Halo 4.
Literally. You've seen the best, now see the worst.
God,
And
it's
I haven't
too-
even played Guardians, so I really don't give a
Nope.
fuck. I don't
And
have
we
any
don't
plans
have
on
to,
ever
so
playing
it's
Guardians.
fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Tim, do you want to do a co-op playthrough when Guardians comes out?
Is it
It'll
ever?
be
It's never gonna
the
come to
worst
PC.
bashing.
Yeah, it's not coming to the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Master Chief Collection was ever going to come to PC in the first place.
Wait.
I mean,
They've
like,
announced, Tyler. They have announced multiple times since 4 was even getting started that 5 ain't coming.
Even on its own.
Yeah.
Oh, well, honestly, who really cares? We're not really missing shit.
Correct.
I watched a playthrough, and that was it.
I don't even care enough to watch.
Because I was curious because I like Michael Coulter, and I was like, oh, this is like I like him. I like him in things. I wish to see him in more things. So let's see. I think he does a good Spartan. What are they up to now? 4. Like he plays like the leader who's like hunting Master Chief. Yeah, so go figure that concept already. They're trying to hunt Master Chief. They do some fuck it. I'm not saying anymore. Let's move on to this fucking.
Yeah, Freeman, take us to a land
shit.
far away.
Yeah, I was hoping to transition when someone said this is a big mistake, and I was like, oh man, big mistakes. It's time for the Weeb shit.
Oh god.
A couple topics this week, some salty, some not so salty. The first one is, I think I announced maybe a month ago that Sword Art Online is getting a continuation. After Alicization came out, they confirmed that Sword Art Online Progressive, the expanded retelling of the original story of the game Sword Art Online, was set to be released as an anime series. But in classic Japanese fashion, the anime series was in air quotes because they really meant a movie, which blows my mind. I want to elaborate on what this is. Sword Art Online was 12 episodes, and everyone universally agrees that was too short. It needed to be longer. I wanted to see everything that happened in the 80 levels of progression they made in this game. And the author's like, I hear you loud and clear. I did it in 4 novels. I'll redo it in 20. And that's what he's doing with the books. So the anime team is like, wow, expanding and giving more time to tell the story is a phenomenal idea. So instead of giving a 24 episode series, instead of the 12 episodes that original Sword Art was, we're going to do a movie that's the equivalent of 6 episodes. And that should expand everything. And I'm so confused on this. I don't understand how they're going to expand on anything in a 2-hour movie. You can barely recap the first half of Sword Art Online in a movie.
Truly incredible.
I don't know what they're doing. This is their cash cow too. They don't make mistakes with Sword Art. So I don't know.
Clearly they are. So
I'm ready.
There's a first time for everything.
If they were announcing it as part of a movie series, that'd make more sense. But I'm willing to bet they're just we're only going to do it in one just to get people in theaters and be like, there's a sequel coming out next year.
No, they're just trying to get that Infinity Train money, okay?
For real.
Okay, I didn't want to bring this up until the end, but can I just say there was a thing on our anime today that was a little upsetting. Apparently, did you see this, Freeman, about Miyazaki?
Oh, the Miyazaki ambush.
Okay, the Miyazaki
news,
interview
but it's
was
just
something else.
it's disappointing, honestly.
What do you mean?
That an interview would ambush him to try to ask him these super aggressive questions.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his answers, not just what happened.
No, I feel bad for the guy.
Anyway, listeners, for what happened, random paparazzi dude goes up to Miyazaki while he's taking out his garbage, starts asking him how he feels about the fact that Demon Slayer is approaching Spirited Away in terms of
all-time box office. In Japan only.
Not. Which it's not.
It's
Demon Slayer
is
it's 2/3.
It's at 20 million yen or billion yen. I forget which. It's got to be billion, right?
Yeah, it's
20
The thing
billion
is,
versus 30 billion.
Miyazaki doesn't really care about his older movies just still being the biggest and best. When he was truly passionate, he cared about making good movies, and that's all he really cares about. So his answer, I don't care, I didn't watch it, isn't a question of, is this movie better than mine? It's I don't really care how much money it made. Money doesn't mean anything. If people want to see movies, they want to see movies. But everyone's kind of twisting what the meaning of his answers were, and it's just he didn't want to answer these questions. He was just asked randomly.
Yeah,
he's out here trying to chill. And
he's literally bringing his trash out, and they're like, "Yo, what do you think about how this movie's earning some money?" And it's like, Jesus, fuck off.
Yeah, unless they're shit, they tend to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's yeah. I mean, who cares? It's impressive, but that's fucked up. Paparazzi are also some of the most annoying pieces of human garbage on the planet. So.
Correct.
Oh, for real.
Anyway, back on real track. Sorry, Freeman.
Back on real track, and the second news story is super dumb. So, for the longest time, there was a website called NyaTorrents, and it was like the biggest public tracker for anime torrents, and it got shut down. But right before they died off, the creators like, hey, look, here's the source code from the site. Here's like literally digital backups. If someone wants to go and make a sequel site, go and do it. So everyone did. There were multiple sequel sites. Most of them got shut down. There's currently a big one whose like actual name I don't know. It always takes me a while to like figure out what the fuck the new Nya site is. But point is, the original creators got a notice from the Movie Picture Association of America indicating that the Nya sequel site is even more dangerous than the first one is, and they must remove the site. To which the original creator said, "I don't own that site anymore. You have to go figure out who owns it." So the owners of the new site put out an official statement saying, "We will not comply with the Movie Picture Association of America. If they take legal action, we plan to just release the source code of the site and all of our sources so someone else can go make a third version of the site." And it's just like, what?
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this one already.
I
Point
mean,
is-
hey, the
God.
glories of being a piracy site.
For real.
You can't catch me.
I doubt they're going to keep using the Nya name. They're going to have to come up with something else. But point is, piracy's never going to die. It's just the MPA is going to make you use a different website.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes.
We'll always find a way.
They were just finding like different, like
Dude,
it's the ocean. It's like
Nya.fy was big for a while. They're just picking random countries that'll let them get away with it and swapping the URL.
literally, life finds a way.
the seas find a way.
Anyway, let's alternate between good and bad news. So the good news, the author for Attack on Titan confirmed that he is 99% done with the series, and he confirmed that he is trying to get the last chapter out before the end of the year, which I guess would put him right in the advertising window for the last chapter to come out like within 2 weeks of the anime coming back. So maybe they're doing it for
That's
a
crazy.
giant marketing blitz. It'd be really cool. It'd be like the month of Attack on Titan. But even the manga publishers going all in on it, they decided they are going to re-serialize the series, but in full color. I don't know if
make tons of money.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't specify how they're doing it. I don't know. It's probably going to be like the thing is, Attack on Titan was a monthly release, and I don't know if they're going to do a monthly recoloring because Attack on Titan's been going on for like 10 years now. Like it's going to take a while to get through the colorizing of it, unless they're because like the magazine does have monthly and weekly versions, so it might be like a weekly recolor. I don't know how they're doing it, but point is, it's big enough to warrant them doing this. So good stuff for Attack on Titan.
Bad stuff for Crunchyroll.
Now for the bad stuff. So Crunchyroll's at it again. For anyone who heard me complain earlier on in the season, I haven't started their current Webtoons original Noblesse because they're just like, fuck it, we'll pick up after this OVA no one saw, and now it's just very confusing. And it just feels like Crunchyroll keeps like missing the mark every step of the way. Like the only thing they got going in the future right now is like Shield Hero Season 2. And then Crunchyroll's like, nah, don't worry. Those guys at Rooster Teeth launched an entire franchise called RWBY just by paying some dude who didn't know how to animate.
Wow.
What if we did?
Oof.
Well, look, all right. And maybe I shouldn't have said that. Monty learned how to be a very good animator later on. But when he started off,
A dead man, yo.
he started off animating in software not really used for animating. So I'll give him that.
Ruby looked like shit anyway.
Ruby looked like garbage. That's what I'm
literally
getting.
never liked Ruby's look.
Point looked like shit. Mondium's old shit though, like Dead Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff was cool.
That shit fuego.
But Ruby Season 1 didn't look good, and it was from some guy who barely knew how to use the animation software he was doing, and it blew up. So Crunch was like, let's do literally the same thing.
I would say this looks like ass.
It looks terrible.
It's so bad.
It's like...
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I should give a name for this awful
Yes.
thing. It's called X-Arm. Literally, no plot details given. Just a trailer with CG action sequences and just faces don't react and movement is very jarring and the camera is just spinning everywhere. I highly recommend you go and watch this trailer because it's a wild experience from start to finish. I'm not watching the show. I already watched the trailer. I've seen enough.
Yeah, I have also seen enough. It's
I'm there with y'all.
More
Aiden, what did
importantly-
you say
I've
this looks
seen
like?
I've seen better parodies on YouTube done by like one person in a week than that.
What was the
It's
thing you
just-
compared it to? Or you were Aiden? Or you were free.
Oh, Tyler,
what?
Tyler, what is the name of that show that was on the cartoon? The big purple blocks. They play the game. I always forget the fucking name.
Reboot.
That, thank you. It's like Reboot from the fucking 90s, dude.
Hold on.
Except they animate the
Oh my
faces
god!
in
All right, it's
Reboot.
not as bad as Reboot. Reboot is something else.
Reboot
God,
has
it
animated
is.
facial expressions though.
Ooh. Yeesh.
What's that other weird Adult Swim CG show?
Oh, Xavier Renegade Angel.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
God.
what I'm thinking of.
Oh shit.
God, that shit
Oh
was
my
nightmare
God.
fuel.
Xavier Renegade Angel is better looking than X-Arm, dude.
And that's intentionally designed to look like shit.
It
I
literally
think.
was.
I hope
No,
it is.
it definitely is. It's the most like low budget show.
That's surreal entertainment shit, you know?
It really. I swear, I feel like it was made for Mike.
Oh,
Show was
God.
literally made for Mike.
Yep. Here we are.
Yeah. So Crunchyroll's mistake after mistake, but let's see if they can recover. So Crunchyroll is owned by Warner Brothers, who bought all these streaming platforms, then decided, we're in debt. We got to sell all these platforms we bought. And I think I've already told the story like 5 times because Crunchyroll's been trying to intentionally get bought by Sony for a while now, but they keep missing the mark in terms of valuing their company correctly. And I think they finally got to the point where they have a real value, and Sony's like, we'd consider it. So they're in talks to be bought by Sony, which would create an almost monopoly of anime acquisition in the US if Funimation and Crunchyroll were to be a single company as opposed to like that partnership they had when Amazon was buying up the industry and fighting Netflix. So very interesting. We're all waiting to hear what the results are because it's been like 2 weeks since they announced that talks were coming close, and then just radio silence, which probably means they're still negotiating. But we'll see. As Aiden said before the show, as long as they don't like ruin their apps, we're golden because neither company has an amazing track record of working apps.
As long as they don't break my Crunchyroll app. It's not great, but at least it's serviceable, you know?
For real.
We just need to maintain serviceable, please.
Dude, I don't know if anyone here has had the opportunity to try it, but if you ever wanted to watch something subtitled on Funimation, if you try and use a Chromecast for it, they don't know how to render subtitles in their app, so they use the closed captioning system built into the Roku, which is just like black box background with white text on it.
Yikes.
Is it at least in sync, unlike with Netflix?
So I think it's in sync. Like Netflix is pretty bad. Like, have you guys ever watched anything on Hulu?
Not anime,
I avoid
no.
Hulu like the fucking plague, honestly.
So One Punch Man season 2 is exclusive to Hulu when it was coming out.
Yeah.
That was the single worst experience because it'll be like halfway through a sentence when the closed captions kick in, which it also uses the black box with white text.
Ugh.
All of these terrible, terrible apps, which brings me into the last item on the list. My Anime List, the website famous for not knowing how to release an API, which, for the record, that was 2.5 years ago.
Oh my god.
When the API went down, and then suddenly every third-party mobile app that used it couldn't access it. All the desktop apps that I was using just became desynced. My Anime List is so incompetent. They came out with a mobile app, I think like a year after that issue, where it was like, we're going to release an Android app only because we don't know how to do iOS. And they released it for a week. And they're like, we're moving it back to closed beta. Anyone who already downloaded it's in. Also, now we're delisting it. Also, we're not going to acknowledge this app exists anymore. So only people who downloaded it in that 2-week period had the app this whole time. And it's been functioning. It's kind of shitty. But then this week, they surprised everyone and said, we're finally ready to release the real app. And it looks nothing like the one that came up before. And they're very clearly trying to position this as a social media app for anime fans as opposed to just a tool for tracking your progress. And it's like, I don't give a shit about what Johnny247 commented on, like, this random ass hentai. Like, just bring me to my list so I can update what episode of Fire Force I'm on. And it's just awful. They're missing the mark. I hate this. I hate a lot of things. I hate a lot of things about anime in general. My Anime List is pissing me off. Anyway, I'm done ranting. That's it for the week.
God, that was a lot of good stuff. So, as usual, now that we're done with the news portion, we're here to talk about things we watched and played, and we don't have a ton because it hasn't been a million years. But one show did come back that is not anime. ye oldie Mandalorian.
Mamamorian.
Wish I had a horn
Bandaborian.
nearby to play the opening notes of the song with.
Oh God.
I
Well,
should put
now
that
I
on
gotta
the
listen to the
soundboard.
song after this. God, that song is still so good.
I really,
Wah, 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 wah.
yo, for real, it's one of my favorite like
Openings.
themes
Yeah,
that I
it's
have.
so good.
It's very good.
But you know what else is good? This show's still good. Thank God. Was actually worrying after the end of the first season, but episode 1, Tyler and I got very hype. It was
Dude, it
actually
was-
really
ooh.
exciting. Aiden also has seen episode 1. That
Yes,
that
I
fight
am-
at
I
the
am
end is
behind
pretty
an
good, though.
episode. For one,
Yeah,
or are we talking? Okay, I just want to make sure that we're not talking about episode 2.
don't worry.
It's gonna. But yeah. I actually. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I know before I was like about it, and I mean, that's just not the way. I don't know. I can't articulate how I feel about it very well.
Also,
I do enjoy it very greatly.
As a show that has had a couple of recurring characters, I really hope Timothy Olyphant comes back because, man, he crushed it.
Yeah, I thought he did pretty well. I like him. Then again, I watched Justified, so like.
What, Aiden?
What?
You sounded like you were about to say something, and then Tyler said something. So
Oh no, yeah, no. I thought he did a great job. It's like, I actually didn't expect. It was unexpected this whole thing that they started off with.
I'm really excited to see where it goes. But episode 2, back to the formula of, there's like 2 people here, and it's a side quest again.
Right.
Honestly, so we were talking about before the show how Aiden said, I'm frustrated by The Mandalorian because it's all side quests. And my immediate response was, that's the whole freaking point. Like,
Yeah, and I'm not,
who
okay, and
cares?
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's like
it's literally a serial
But you just wish it
western.
was different.
Episode 1, he rolls into town on his speeder bike. Tyler and I made the joke to Tyler and Val when we watched episode 1 that I thought he was going to ride his speeder bike up to the saloon and throw the straps that were unnecessary over a pole to make sure it didn't run away or something like that. Like,
that.
the
That
most-
would be dope.
it's the most Western open, like, start of an episode, start of a thing ever when he just rolls into town on this speeder bike. And it's perfect. God,
Yeah,
I love it.
Okay, so my whole thing with the side quest bit, right, is like, again, and I've only seen the first episode. I feel like I just don't know what the plot is
Who
yet.
cares?
Like, I care. I just want to know what's going on. I want like little.
What do you
little
mean?
teaser
Where's
bits.
Mandalorians?
Yeah. Well, yes.
That's the plot.
That's
That's all you
fine.
need. That's it.
All right, fine. I'll give you this because I just don't want to argue about it.
Aiden, if
Been
you know
defeated.
what? Actually, no, I'm not going to
It's
say it.
not that
I
and it's
almost
not like
minor
I'm
spoiler,
even-
but I'm not
it's-
going to do it.
I'm not even not enjoying the show. I think the show is great. It's just like from the one episode that I've watched, I've noticed a particular style of writing that I personally am not a massive fan of.
That's fair.
And that's not to say that it's bad for the show. It's just that I personally would like a little bit more of a main through line through episodes.
Well, you know what you get instead in this next episode?
A side quest.
No, I was going to say X-Wings.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty tense scene too.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I did like the. So are we good for spoilers on the first episode or?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
yet.
Freeman hasn't seen it.
Okay.
And honestly, he should.
Okay, cool.
Do you have any
All right.
plans to see it, Freeman?
I was supposed to see it on Saturday, and then I'm trying to remember what happened. Persona 5 happened, and I did
Oh,
that
God.
instead.
Hey, Freeman, why don't you talk
A
about
year-long
Persona 5 for a
Persona
minute?
5
Oh my
journey?
fucking god, I wasn't going to talk
Yeah,
about
I know
it.
you
I'll
weren't. Now I'm
talk about
making
it
you
more.
because it's hilarious.
So the last dungeon in Persona 5 is so much longer than I could have possibly anticipated.
Sorry. Just to
Yeah.
clarify, you're not talking about base Persona 5.
No, I'm talking about Persona 5 Royal, the
Okay.
game I've been playing since like April of this year.
Rolling my eyes.
No, it was May. But point is, this last dungeon's like 3 times as long as any other dungeon in the game. Like I was not anticipating this, and like I already got to the point where like all my characters have max gear. I'm close to max level. I've got like the best personas, and I look up, it's like, oh wow, there's still like 4 more bosses with sections between that I have to get through, and it's just like come on, I'm already there. Like just like get to the fucking punchline already. Like tell me what's going on. Like this last section is just so goddamn long for no reason. Like I understand they wanted to add content for the re-release, but it's just like the writing's great, the story is great, but it's like, why the fuck is this last part so long? And it's pissed me off, but I need to finish it.
It's never not going to be funny to hear you be like,
I'm not hanging out with Tim on
Persona.
Thursday. I'm not hanging out with Tim on Thursday, so I have another night to try and get through
That's
Persona.
That's true. We can't do anime night, so you can do. You can try to finally clear Persona 5.
Yeah.
You've been playing that game again for so long.
Well, it's clever. I haven't played for 3 weeks. But...
Yeah, but
My
the meme has been alive for so long.
The meme has been going on a while. Will I ever beat Persona 5 Royal?
Tune in next 2 weeks from now
for the continuation on why I'm not yet done with Persona 5 Royal.
Just to stick on the, since Freeman mentioned our anime night, so Luigi wasn't able to make it last week when we finished. Oh shit, we didn't talk about. We finished Attack on Titan. Me and Val are now caught up on Attack on Titan.
Way ahead of schedule too. We thought you were barely going to catch
way
that.
faster. We blew. Well, that's what happens when Val's like, "No, we're watching Attack on Titan." Attack on Titan. It's really good. I know. I think I basically said it last time, but now that we have caught up, yeah, the show actually lives up to the hype. I thought it was really good. Val and Freeman went as Levi and Hanji for fucking Halloween because Val's so into it now.
And just so there's no confusion, listeners. Val was Levi. I was Hanji.
My short wife and tall Freeman were Levi and Hanji. Gender bent backwards because of height differences.
I'm just gonna say Friedman makes a wonderful Hanji.
Yo, honestly, Val styled the wig really well. It actually looked good. Imagine what'll happen when you guys have jackets that don't fit like fucking paper.
Oh my god! for anyone who wants to cosplay Attack on Titan, these jackets like $12 on Amazon with Prime shipping, but they only come in Asian size small. So be careful.
But flip side, the $20 cloaks on Amazon are incredibly high quality, and we love ours. Val wears hers all the time.
Oh, I was wearing mine last night. They're very warm, and they leave your hands free to putz around on your cell phone if you need to.
They're honestly great. But the other thing, so we did that. So Val and I went, what can we watch with Friedman? Oh yeah, we got him halfway through season 2 of Castlevania last months ago. So with Friedman, we watched the end of season 2 of Castlevania and between 2 nights, first 2 episodes of season 3. Friedman, what did you think of the end of season 2 of Castlevania?
Oh my god, the fight sequences, the animation, they were all really, really good.
The Spike Pit.
Spike Pit?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I jumped ahead. Never mind.
Yeah, you did. Tyler, no!
Now I'll be on the lookout for
No, you won't. You won't. Actually,
Tyler,
so actually, that won't mean anything to you until it means everything to you.
It really won't mean anything to you.
It literally means nothing until you go, oh, that.
And then, oh.
Yeah, no, but the end of season 2 of Castlevania, like I said when we watched it, the part of the show I've rewatched the most, those final 2 fights are so fucking good.
I still will never get over the fact that Alucard's got his sword floating in front of him, and instead of pulling the sword out of the sheath, he just grabs the sheath and just yeets it away.
Yeah,
that was so funny. Freeman was dying laughing when that happened, and I'm just like, yeah, I forgot how ridiculous it looks, but it's still awesome.
That show is incredible.
Oh man,
I love it.
So good. I'm sad that we can't do anime night because it would be great to get some more Castlevania progress for you.
Why aren't we doing Thursday, or why aren't you doing Thursday
Val's
anymore?
sister's birthday. No, just for this week. It's birthday.
Oh, that's right.
So we gotta stay here.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe if D&D goes wild again on Sunday, we'll have time. By wild,
Hopefully
I
I'll
mean,
be there.
Yeah, well.
Trust me, there's a good chance I'm going to overestimate how long I can stretch out material, and it's going to be a short session.
That's fine. Then we can do Castlevania.
Yo, I mean, I'll watch some Castlevania.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Freeman just got introduced to people like Friar Sulla and Count Saint Germain and the Judge and the other sisters. What?
Yeah, no, I'm just double checking that Count Saint Germain in that he's the right character I'm thinking of.
Yeah, the guy who flicks the coin at the woman and just bounces off.
Dude, I don't know why. I saw him and immediately I'm just like, this dude is the Jiraiya of this series. If I didn't watch Naruto, you'll get what I'm referencing.
I was going to say, I don't think anyone gets
he's
that.
that character.
I get it. I get that reference. I understood it.
But just to piggyback one more time, so last time we did the podcast, Val and I had watched one episode of Blood of Zeus, and we have now watched half of Blood of Zeus, and maybe tonight after the podcast we'll actually finally watch more. I've been wanting to try to finish the show. I was worried that watching Castlevania, I would lose some of the luster for Castlevania and think that I had over-remembered how good it was. I'm more convinced after rewatching some Castlevania with Freeman that Blood of Zeus is just made on much lower budget. It's just, like I will say, Castlevania lost like a quarter of a point in my mind because some of the sound design and a few of the animations were slightly less in moments than I thought I had remembered them being. But Blood of Zeus is still like noticeably like. It honestly, so much of it is the sound design sounds so weak, but the story is interesting, and I definitely want to finish the first season of Blood of Zeus. And I think if you liked Castlevania, you'll enjoy this, but it's just the story is cool, but man, is some of the animation so weirdly stilted. And like I said, so much of the sound design has like no punch to it at all. Although I will say it's kind of cool. Adam Jensen's voice actor from the new Deus Ex games is, I wouldn't call him the main villain, but one of the main villains is voiced by him. And it's kind of weird to hear him do not just his monotone Jensen voice, but like actually emote a little bit.
His monotone Jensen voice.
Damn it, Seraph. I'm going to go do the thing.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is, yeah.
Fucking...
Pritchard, open the vent. I need to get in the vent, Pritchard. No, he actually emotes and stuff, and it's actually interesting. And it's kind of cool to see the gods dealing with each other and stuff like that. So I hope it ends well, but yeah, not as good yet. Someone else talk about something. Oh, perfect, Freeman.
Speaking of the gods, Hades is a fucking game I've been playing.
Oh man, Hades is fun.
Me and Friedman will take turns here because we've both been playing it. But I've been having a hell of a time with Hades, and honestly, I think it is my favorite roguelike that I've ever played.
Wow.
Or roguelite. It is a very well structured roguelike game. Like I've probably I can actually check how many hours have I put into Hades so far.
I think I'm at 4 hours total.
I have 25 hours in Hades, and I have yet to exhaust unique dialogue with the characters I interact with after every run. So, like, there's a lot of story here. I'm still, like, unlocking new systems to play around with. Super fun game. Very highly recommended if you're looking for a roguelike to play. The combat feels great, and it's just such a good time. Like all of the gods are designed like extremely well. Like it's just good. It's just a good game.
I haven't played too many roguelites, so I don't have the perspective on it. But as someone who hasn't played basically any, this has been very fun so far. Super easy to jump into. It's very intuitive once you get started about how you're supposed to go about like progressive upgrades for each like next attempt at it. Like it's like you don't need to know a lot to jump into this, and even with the story, like it starts off with there's not that much, and like, if you want to go and listen to all the dialogue, like you can piece together what's going on. And it's very clear. I think that's good because a lot of games struggle between either like, are you going to be a story game and I have to pay attention to all of it, or are you going to just say, fuck it, the story doesn't matter, we're a gameplay experience, and you kind of make what you want out of this. But overall, very fun. I still want to play more. I've barely scratched the third boss, so
Yeah.
I've got some goals.
He's a dick. Don't feel too bad. He's still a pain in the ass for everybody that I know that's put 100 hours into the game.
Was it you who said, Aiden, that he's actually harder than the final boss?
Yes. It's if anybody's played Dark Souls, it's the same kind of wall that Ornstein and Smo is. Like, it's just fucking... It's a fucking cliffside that you have to scale. You know, with fucking nothing. You're just free climbing. And like, it took me quite a few attempts. Out of the 40-something runs I think I have in the game, I probably failed on that boss on 20 of them. Like, they're rough.
There's a lot of damage really fast right at the start of it, so...
Yes. And, like, that damage doesn't go away.
Oh, damn. I was hoping it was a big burst and there's, like, a cooldown period, but it started sounding like it's just a high-damage fight.
It is a very high-damage fight. That one's a rough hurdle to get over. The last boss can be rough when you first get into it, but after a couple attempts, you get the pattern down, and it's not bad. But having both of those guys together in the same arena at the same time for the third boss is fucking... Whoo! Also, fun little fact for you, Friedman, that you might want to utilize. There's an opportunity before you actually get to that boss fight to fight one of those bosses, and if you defeat them in that room, they start that fight with lower health.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So you might want to try and manipulate your chances with that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Good to know.
One of these days I'll end up getting it. Probably next sale.
Yeah. Or if it comes to Game Pass.
I mean, at this point, what the fuck isn't gonna come to Game Pass eventually? I feel like they're just absorbing everything. You know, we got EA stuff coming in December on PC. I'm pretty sure the Xbox already has all that stuff now, though. So it's like, you know, we'll get there. But anyways, that's all I've got for Hades. Who's this next one?
Where are we? Because there's
Jujutsu Kaisen.
We skipped around a little bit.
Yeah, we're jumping.
We skipped around all my shit.
Tyler, well, I only have one more thing on here. But when you talk about Jujutsu, and then I'll pass it off to you, Tyler.
Yeah, it's Tyler's turn.
It is Tyler's turn, or I can go real quick.
No, you go quick, and then it'll be Tyler's turn.
So super short. So Jujutsu Kaisen was like the big hype Shonen Jump anime this season, and originally I was like, I'm not gonna watch. It's just gonna be hype. Like, sorry, when I say it's gonna be hype, it's like it's just all it is hype. Like, there's nothing like justifying it. But I watched the first 2 episodes with one of my buddies who was like, I read the manga, it's pretty good. And we jump into it. And Studio Mappa, who's doing Attack on Titan in like 7 weeks, is also doing this. And holy shit, they put a lot of effort into the opening, the ending, and then all of the fight sequences. Like, you know, there's parts where they're using CG for it, but they do a lot of these cool rotating shots that, even though they're in CG, like, they don't look bad. Like, I'm actually really impressed with them. So they're positioned themselves kind of like a Studio Ufotable, where it's just like, hey, we have this show that just fits all the shonen archetypes. Like, just figure out what cool animation stunts we can use during like this chapter, that chapter, and that chapter, and make it work. And it seems like it's going to come off kind of the same way. It's all going to boil down to whether Jujutsu has like a hype scene like episode 19 of Demon Slayer. But overall, very interesting concept. It does have the problem that every character feels like they're ripped out of a different anime. So it's not the most original setup, but so far it's been very entertaining. So if anyone's curious about it, I'm not even going to give a plot synopsis because it just straight up ruins the first episode. But overall, very nice looking show. Tyler, what about you? What have you been doing?
So I've been watching RE0 season 2. Actually finished it. Is it finished? Do you know, Freeman?
So it's
season 2
coming
of
back in January. But
okay.
Yeah,
so
we've seen all the episodes that are out.
Yeah, Val and I caught up on it. We're like pretty confused.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
That's what she said.
Yeah, like I'm really like honestly, like I'm really confused. There are
Yes.
things I don't understand, like a lot of things I don't get, and I feel like we spent a lot of time just like spinning, like really spinning. I like starting to get some ideas, but I'm not like I don't know. I still want to know what happens, but like this was definitely a weird segment.
I think if they had done a continuous run with mystery shows, specifically in Japan, they like to do like a questions half and an answers half. And I think they decided to take a break right with the transition into the answers half. Because
Hmm.
I know I don't want to say it was spoiled. It was lightly alluded to that like revealing Garfield's deal is like the next big thing, and that's going to impact the next loop, which is going to, figure out what's the deal with his sister, and then what's going on at the mansion. It's all going to kind of like fall like dominoes. But that first one has to fall. So I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet the second half of season 2 is just all that.
Yeah, I have faith that the second half is gonna be just fine. Um, but I like it so far. I was supposed to watch it with Aiden and Kyle, but we're still watching Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, we'll be watching
Not
Hunter
a
x
bad
Hunter for a
compromise.
while, and you know what? Honestly, I'd rather be watching Hunter x Hunter.
So where are
Which
you, Hunter?
they
Uh,
just it's now Sword Art Online,
yeah,
excuse me.
we
Greed Island. Gotcha.
Yeah.
it's the Sword Art Online / Yu-Gi-Oh / Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
Yeah,
Collectible card games.
literally.
Fucking, I'm excited. I'm liking the Hunter x Hunter a lot right now, and like, it's great. So I'm not upset.
I'm so curious about what happens when you guys get to the arc after Greed Island, because I've seen people love it and hate it for different reasons, and I'm curious about how both of you are gonna think of
I'm
it.
also curious about it. I mean, I'm really digging it so far, so like I like it. Uh, I guess I'll go into just the other thing real quick. I've also because my friend, for Aiden's reference, Dan, he recommended to me Ikeburo Westgate Park. Have you heard of it, Freeman?
I
It's like
have.
currently airing.
So I didn't watch it just because I'm familiar with the studio that's working on it, and the studio that works on it is famous for doing cute girls doing cute things shows, like Umaru-chan, new game, the show about cute girls doing game development, the one about how heavy the dumbbells you lift, help find Senko sound. Like they have a type of show they work on. So when I heard this, I'm like, the fuck are they trying to like branch into something completely different? I'll see what people think of it first, and then I kind of didn't watch any anime this season.
More like cute boys doing rough things instead of cute girls doing cute things.
I don't know if I like the way that it was described.
Hey man, like the opening intro is like you got this fucking like blonde-haired dude who's got really like dressed well, and then this other dude who's got red hair, he's got tattoos, and he like dances and shit.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm
watch
like,
the
oh,
opening and pass judgment on the entire show based on this opening.
Yeah,
you
we're gonna read.
can.
Are we gonna read books by their covers right now? I'm down with that.
And like so it's weird. Like it's a weird show because it's like I don't know how to really place it, but it's one of those it's structured in a way where there's no overarching story, at least so far. There's 6 episodes, and so far each episode has been its own thing. But it mostly centers around this one guy who's like super cool with everybody. He gets along with everybody, and he's basically like a low rent Roger Smith who doesn't do anything for money. Like he's a negotiator, but he does it because he wants to, like not for any profit. Um, and it's just like about like the community in Ikeburo and how life is shitty there, and that's pretty much the gist of the show.
All right, I finished the opening. I'm ready to pass my judgment on it. 10 out of 10, anime of the year.
Already
No,
10 out of 10.
The opening's pretty good. It reminds me, Tom, I don't know if you've watched Durarara, but it reminds me a lot of
Okay,
that aesthetically.
doesn't Durarara take place in Ikebukuro?
I don't think it did.
I honestly can't remember.
God, I swear to God, Durarara is in Ikebukuro.
Yes, it does take place in Ikebukuro.
Well, well, There we go.
I would probably watch this. Honestly, I may or may not have already added this to my watch list.
I think you might like it. It's more of a for Tim's reference, it's more of like it because like it reminds me of Yakuza, and like these people are supposed to be assholes, but they're like the heroes of the show, and it's like you guys supposed to be doing hood rat gang shit, like
Yakuza
this
is
is not hood rat gang shit. Like this is like wholesome, like you're doing good for the community kind of thing. Like I don't know about this. I signed up for some gang shit.
Hey man.
It's gotta be. It's okay for Japanese TV gang shit.
Yeah, but honestly, so here's the part that actually I do like about it. The intricacies of how gangs kind of work with their communities, not in a wholesome way, really, but like how it just kind of works is very, I would say, like from what I have learned about and what I've experienced with like talking to other people is like somewhat accurate. So like even though it's like from a wholesome spot for most of the time, like it's like oh, okay, like I can totally realistically see like how some of these interactions could be somewhat like you could definitely tell that it takes some inspiration, you should say, from like probably how Japanese gangs work. Or like some like crime shit in general, but on a very loose like way, right? In a not so extreme way that can be viewed and presented in anime format, if that makes any sense. But that's it. That's my initial impressions. Like I said, 6 episodes in. I don't want to quit it, so it's doing pretty good for me so far. You guys know about my 4-episode rule.
Well, I mean, hey man, if it's past the universal test.
Yeah, like it's pretty good so far.
Gotcha.
We could skip past, I guess, to you, Aiden. Now you're everything at the bottom, right?
Yeah. So my watched and played other than Hades is 2 nights ago I got real bored and I looked at The Mandalorian and I was like, I should watch that. But then for some reason, for some ungodly reason, I decided no. I'm gonna watch Star Wars Episode 9.
Shit. Well,
And I was so disappointed, like I knew I would be. And God, what a roller coaster was that! Fucking holy shit! That plot was all over the place. Fucking, we've got force teleportation now, and force healing, and fucking, there's a fucking kiss between Kylo and Rey, and like then Kylo dies immediately after bringing Rey back to life. I'm so confused, and I fucking hated it.
jeez. What a train wreck.
But I don't understand the problem. I, a marketing executive, think all of those things sound like they make an amazing movie.
It's like, and this whole, all this shit with like these fucking Sith wayfinders, this ancient mystical wayfinder, and it's like, well, the dagger used to locate it can't be that old because it lines up with the destruction of the Death Star.
Oh yeah, that shit was so stupid.
On some rocks along the coast, and I'm just like, man. And somebody went out of their way to make that, to point it at the Wayfinder that's in the destroyed Death Star.
Oh my god.
Fucking can't,
Come on,
yo.
dude.
I can't with this bullshit.
And apparently Leia was, just a Jedi. Nobody knew. She just gave away her lightsaber and was just a hidden Jedi. Surprise, motherfucker. Man, don't see that. Just don't waste your time. Watch The Mandalorian instead. That's what I got from that, which is what I will do tonight. I'll watch episode 2 of The Mandalorian. Because goddamn, everything else that's Star Wars is just disappointing. So yeah, other than that, I unfortunately haven't really found the time to fit in any more Yu Yu Hakusho, which I'm also going to try and squeeze in tonight, maybe after the Mandalorian. But I've been playing. I started playing Sekiro and Bloodborne again together.
Oh boy.
Because my anticipation for Demon Souls is just so high. I
feel like
gotta
you're
get
playing
my
the
fix.
wrong games for that, though.
You would think so, but the reason I'm playing these two games is specifically so I'm not in the rhythm of a Demon Souls-esque game.
That's fair.
Because I typically enjoy the games more when there's a bigger learning curve. Which fucking man, one, Bloodborne's fucking hard, and I forgot how hard it was.
Yeah, buddy.
Like, that game just flows different, and holy shit, does it run like garbage on a PS4 Pro. I don't know why. Maybe it's just
Really?
me, but I've had dips. I swear I've had dips like into like 20 FPS. So that's been rough, and I even had it crash on me once, which was super disappointing.
Woof.
So like,
Hmm.
I don't know what happened. I don't remember it being this rough, but maybe it's just those rose tinted glasses, you know. And with Sekiro, which I've also been playing again, they added a whole bunch of online features and a boss rush gauntlet that unlocks skins and new abilities, and I'm very excited to get those. And other than that, the WoW pre-patch started today, and
Oh, boy.
I've been hovering around Ice Crown, just killing rares and trying to get my alts geared up for 2 weeks from now when the Shadowlands finally releases. So that's my life.
I can't tell if you're excited or not for this.
You know what? That's how most of us feel about it. I'll tell you that.
Luigi
We don't
has
really
openly
know.
said many times that he is going to be no longer our friend as soon as it comes out, so...
Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to disappear off the face of the planet. Whether or not I enjoy my time doing that is a different question entirely.
Gotcha.
But, like, I mean, having followed the development of World of Warcraft over the recent months, it does give me pause when I, with whether or not I'll actually enjoy it, because they're doing the whole fucking waiting is content thing where a bunch of stuff is time gated, and like they have a bunch of restrictions on like some of the like the systems that they're adding into the game, and like fuck you if you play PvP, because if you want to get any decent gear from PvP to even unlock the opportunity, you have to wait 8 weeks into the expansion before you're arbitrarily allowed to get better gear. It's like really, it's really dumb shit. So we'll see how it pans out. It could be anybody's game, but there was a report that I read recently that engagement is at the highest it's been since Wrath of the Lich King, which is fucking wild.
That's actually crazy.
Because that was the peak subscriber count for the game at like 13 or 14 million people.
Maybe for how bad things have been, people are also like, hey, I've been playing that WoW Classic. I'm getting bored. Time to finally switch back to the new stuff.
Maybe, and you know what, who knows? I mean, maybe it won't suck.
Damn.
But we'll
Bold
see.
statements only.
Me and Luigi will get back to you in like 3 to 6 months.
So in the 2021, Luigi and you will tell us about how this is going.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We gotta once we come back from our Second Life here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, speaking of which, I saw an ad for Second Life on YouTube the other day, and I was like, "Holy shit! What is this? 2006?
That still exists?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Sign me up. I want to pay $20,000 for fake internet stuff.
Anyway, so I think we're gonna end it there because this was a solid 40 minutes of talking about just other stuff. But yeah, so we're going to take a 3-week hiatus. Because next week we're going to record Halo, and then the week after we got to play D&D or Val will murder all of us. So, hey, in about 3 weeks we'll be back with some more news. Maybe we'll have some more launch updates and stuff like that. And as always, we'll have watched and played more, and there'll be somewhere there'll be more Weeb shit.
There's always more
Undoubtedly.
Weeb shit.
But thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you in a few weeks, and until next time, my name's Timpedia.
I'm Friedman.
Just Tyler.
Iden.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening.